Hello, this is Starscream of Starscream and the Jets. This will be my first review that I've ever done, so bear with me. What we have here is a Generation 2 Jazz, as you can probably tell. The only noticeable difference between this and, I suppose, Generation 1 is the sticker markings, as you can probably see. And the hole at the top here to hold his gun that was actually supplied, which I do have in another room. There is other minor changes from this in the original, which I'll point out when I transform him. A bit more about the character. He appeared in all 3 seasons of Transformers. He was quite prominent in season 1, had a few good episodes. There's a toss-up between him and Prowl as to who is in second in command between the two. Although if you look at his original box, you'll notice the custom rank on the back. He's actually outranked by Bumblebee, which is quite bizarre. But as regards the cartoon, he's joint second in command, is all we can assume with Prowl. Season 2, he had a good episode where he takes on Starscream and Astro Train and Ramjet. I think that's called God Gambit. I think it's his standalone episode in the cartoons he ever done, where he actually has a one-on-one fight with them, which is quite nice. Season 3, he appears, background character, never speaks, and he is in the end credits. And that's pretty much it. Oh, he did appear in Headmasters. That's a Japanese one. Yet again, he actually speaks in that, but not with a voice you'd recognise. No Scatman Carruthers, I'm afraid. He's had various incarnations. He's a Pretender, an Action Master, and he was a Target Master called Stepper, which I think uses the same mould as a Generation 2 Jazz, which we have here. As regards in comic form, he's a superb character. Had quite a few key episodes and adventures in them. First one calls to mind is the very first comic I got, and he's talking to a little kid in a bedroom window. I think this relates to some earlier idea for storylines. This is an English comic, by the way, where the Transformers first come to Earth and they start disguising themselves as various household objects, but it's not really applicable to the toy at the moment. Anyway, more about the toy. As I said, different sticker markings. I think the spoiler from G1 is slightly different. Can't be 100% certain, but I think the moulding slightly changed. The toy itself, quite nice. In car mode, very good representation of the Porsche. My first Transformer, by the way. Jazz was prone to a few little hiccups, which I will explain to you as I transform him, which I'll try and do now without getting the camera in the way. I think most people have had a Jazz, so I won't bother to bore you with the transformation of it, apart from a few key bits which I'll point out. Legs fold up, back, arms out. Very nice transformation of the toy, actually. I like the way his arms move like this. Now, here's the key thing we have a problem with Jazz. If you notice here, if you try and push this back, it gets stuck. See? Now, it's not actually said on the actual instructions, but what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to pull it back, then down. Do that again for you, that was badly done. I'll do that. Pull it back, then push it down. Now, if you didn't, and you tried to push it down, it results in Jazz becoming convertible, which I did with my very first toy the first time I got it. So that's a problem with him there. But if you don't overdo that, and actually do it properly, you have a very nice figure. You can see there. You'll also notice his feet here. Difference between the Generation 1 and Generation 2 is these little metal bits here, extended, slightly raised either side, which they don't, they're cut short here. I'm not quite sure the reason, but that's just a slight variation between that and the G1. And the head moulding, don't know if you can see it, my camera's not brilliant. No, you can't, I'll explain it to you. Generation 2 Jazz has a slight smirk. I don't know why they've done that, but that's the moulding they use, a slightly different moulding from the original G1 head, which I think the Stepper and the eHobbies Gold exclusive Jazz are the same moulding as this G2 one. Obviously the roof has had the hole taken out of it. And just here, if you look inside, you know, it's that ridge there. It's not on the G1. It's actually embedded in the bonnet. These two holes here are different as well. I don't think you'll find they're there. And for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, I think the screw placements were slightly different, but not a lot. So as you notice, it doesn't affect the toy in any way at all. And Jazz does have a tendency to snap here, and there's a metal peg, and he just falls apart, which is the end of most Jazzes, I'm afraid to say. Anyway, all in all, I personally always liked the Jazz figure. I thought it was a very nice G1 car. A stand apart from some of the others as far as I can tell. I preferred it to Prowl and Smokescreen. And yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 easy. Just you do have to be careful, especially with the early ones, they tend to snap in half. I hope this was some help as regards describing the Generation 2 Jazz, and I hope to be doing more in the future. And this is Starscream from Starscream's Jets, signing out.